Family and friends that have come here to this beautiful location to witness and celebrate one of life's greatest moments for Paul and Janelle, the celebration of their love and marriage. As you witness them publicly acknowledge their relationship, you also formally join in this happy wedding event, which is such a wonderful occasion filled with hopes, dreams and excitement. The presenting of the bride for marriage has a long history. Times certainly have changed, but we retain this ancient custom with a new cultural meaning. Norm, I know that you are very proud to escort your daughter here to the ceremony today, so I will now officially ask. Knowing Janelle's heart is linked forever with Paul's, do you offer good wishes and support that Janelle and Paul will share their lifelong commitment in marriage happily and joyfully? That's good. If you want to, you can shake hands with Paul and say whatever you like. And just give Janelle a kiss. My name is Vicky Watson. I'm a Commonwealth Registered Civil Marriage Celebrant. I'm duly authorised by law to solemnise marriages according to law. Paul and Janelle, before you are joined in marriage in my presence and in the presence of these witnesses, I am to remind you of the solemn and binding nature of the relationship in which you are now about to enter. Marriage, according to law in Australia, is the union of a man and a woman to the exclusion of all others, voluntarily entered into for life. It is.
That's more like
Paul and Janelle would like to thank each and every one of you for making the journey, whether it be near or far, to be with them today. One of the great joys of this day is the joining together as a community of family and friends. Family are so important. You're one of life's free gifts that no one should ever take for granted. Paul and Janelle's love their families very much and would do anything for you within reason. As for friends, they are both very lucky to have a great bunch of caring, loyal friends who, again, they would do anything within reason. You have shared so many important moments in their lives, and you have been a very important part of their journey. Paul and Janelle are filled with gratitude to each and every one of you for the loving, caring friendship and support that you have given them. Being able to share this day with you, surrounded by your love and support, is an incredible occasion. Paul and Janelle, in marriage, we give ourselves freely and generously into the hands of the one we love, and by doing so, we receive the love and trust of the other as our most precious gift. Today, you commit yourselves to honouring and protecting one another and to valuing your union above your own interests. In doing this, you secure for yourselves a wealth of love and peace that no otherwise could be. And your hands here today never fail, but grow deeper and surer with every passing year. Today, you find yourself standing together at the beginning of a new chapter in your lives. So as you two marry today, remember that you are extremely very lucky to be marrying your best friend, the one that understands you and the one that you can enjoy fun and laughter with. You will pledge to each other to remain strong in love, gentle in each other's care, so as you enter into marriage as equal partners, aware of your commitment, you do so reverently, thoughtfully, and with its full understanding of its sacred nature, and that you both enter into this union freely, gladly, and completely, with open minds and warm hearts. So I will now ask you to hold hands and declare your intentions. Paul, do you take this woman whose hand you now hold, choosing her alone to be your wedded wife? Will you love her, comfort her with kindness, understanding and respect throughout your lives together?
I do.
And Janelle, do you take this man whose hand you now hold, choosing him alone to be your wedded husband? Will you love him and comfort him with kindness, understanding and respect throughout your lives together?
I do.
That's good.
I'm sweating now.
Paul and Janelle, when you now look into each other's eyes, you hold with each other close in your arms, you know that you feel whole and that your hearts are forever each other's to keep. This is love and creates a special uniqueness of spirit to yourselves, which binds you closer than any spoken or written words. So Paul, you had an instant attraction when you first met Janelle. You have similar interests, great humour and personality. You share the same values and morals. You butt heads sometimes with Janelle, but you work through any arguments. The main thing is that you have great respect for Janelle and you love her unconditionally. So now, will you express your love through sharing your wedding vows and repeat after me to Janelle? I call upon the persons here present
I call upon the persons here present
to witness that I, Paul David Ernstein,
to witness that I, Paul David Ernstein,
take thee, Janelle Louise Ramsey,
take thee, Janelle Louise Ramsey,
to be my lawful wedded wife.
to be my lawful wedded wife.
I promise to be true to you
I promise to be true to you
in good times and in bad,
in good times and in bad,
in sickness and in health,
in sickness and in health,
and I will love and honour you
and I will love and honour you
all the days of my life.
all the days of my life.
And Janelle, you were attracted to Paul when you first met some 15 years ago. So you stayed in contact, so there definitely was something between you two. You share similar sarcastic personalities. You're both very competitive. However, what you love about Paul is his friendship, patience, kindness, devotion and trust. And you love him unconditionally. So will you now express your love through sharing the wedding vows and repeat after me? I call upon the persons here present
I call upon the persons here present
to witness that I, Janelle Louise Ramsey,
to witness that I, Janelle Louise Ramsey,
take thee, Paul David Ernstein,
take thee, Paul David Ernstein,
to be my lawful wedded husband.
to be my lawful wedded husband.
I promise to love you in good times and in bad,
I promise to love you in good times and in bad,
when life seems easy and when it seems hard,
when life seems easy and when it seems hard,
when our love is simple
when our love is simple
and when it is an effort.
and when it is an effort.
I promise to cherish you
I promise to cherish you
and to always hold you in highest regard.
and to always hold you in highest regard.
These things I give to you today
These things I give to you today
and all the days of our life.
and all the days of our life.
Traditionally, the passage to the status of husband and wife is marked by the exchange of rings. The rings are simple and strong and worn with the embrace of love. As circles, rings remind us that we give our love so it comes around to us, and that we give and receive love around and around in the circle of love, always flowing eternally. So, Greg, can we have Janelle's ring, please?
Intermission.
Time out here.
It's been bugging me the whole time.
Oh dear, fixing him up and
Shut it up too.
Yeah, pop it on her finger and repeat after me. Janelle, take and wear this ring
Janelle, take and wear this ring
as a pledge of my love
as a pledge of my love
and as a symbol of the bond we have made
and as a symbol of the bond we have made
to live our lives together.
to live our lives together.
And then Greg, maybe have the other one, please. Paul, take and wear this ring
Take and wear this ring
as a pledge of my love
as a pledge of my love
and as a symbol of the bond we have made
and the symbol of the bond we have made
to live our lives together.
to live our lives together.
Paul and Janelle, you're holding your hands and hearts and making of a beautiful marriage. Your lives and spirit are joining in a union of love and trust, a firm foundation. Give it yourselves freely and compassionately. Be peaceful, sincere, truthful and gentle. And live life with an open heart as marriage will complete you. Paul and Janelle, those of us that are gathered here today, thank you for the beauty of this moment and feel privileged to have been able to share with you the most beautiful gift of love that you have in your hearts for one another. You have promised with honesty and sincerity through your wedding vows and the exchange of rings to share your lives in marriage. May you always feel the warmth and security in each other's arms and keep foremost in your minds the love that you hold in your hearts here today. Always remember to enjoy life with love, laugh with all the joy that you have possible, be happy that you have each other and honour each other amidst the ever-changing scenes of life, and you will always be lifelong partners.
Sorry. Tears.
Tears of joy. So now, Paul and Janelle, with the blessing of your family and friends who are happily gathered here today, and by the authority vested in me by the Commonwealth of Australia, I now pronounce you to be husband and wife. Congratulations! It's hard work getting married, you see. So. Ladies and gentlemen, their only remaining duty is to sign the marriage certificate and the marriage register, and the witnesses today are Deborah and Robert. So, Paul, I will ask you to escort your wife to the table
It's a setup. That's an interrogation line.
Everybody, give them a round of applause. Next, please welcome your major ruler, Ted Williams, accompanied by your best man, Mr. Greg Joalu. Please give a very big Escol Parkhouse welcome to Australia's newest husband and wife, Mr. and Mrs. Paul and Janelle Einstein.
To speak on behalf of the Ernst Family, the Ernst plan to welcome Janelle to this such a proud establishment. So I'm going to start reading the speech now. I have the honour of being asked to speak on behalf of the family and welcome the lovely bride to the Ernst brood. But as lovely as you are, I think we both know that today's not just about you. It's also about someone a little bit special too. I never thought I'd say this to a sibling, but here goes. Mum, Dad, I hope you're very proud of me. I'd like to toast someone that for a long time in my life I can honestly say I didn't much like. I think I can honestly speak for most of us here today when I say that I often struggle to understand their worth, found them hard to swallow, and at times I go so much to say that I found them outright annoying. But as time has passed and this person matured, I slowly began to warm to them. No longer would I shake my head in disbelief as they rambled on. I began to see a different mindset in this person and they truly began to blossom. I can now confidently say this person is now warm, well-liked and respected by both family and friends. They have truly found their feet and are now a shining light for African American people everywhere. Their breakout 1990 Oscar award-winning role in Ghost has cemented them as a star for all time. And it's with this in mind that I'd like to raise a toast to Whoopi Goldberg, born on this day in 1955. To Whoopi Goldberg, everybody. Okay, now we've got that out of the way, it's onto the soft sentimental part of the speech in which I finally have the honour of welcoming Janelle to the family. Here goes. Smallpox is a horrendous disease in which the sufferer dies in absolute astonishing agony. Small pus-filled boils cover the skin, and the infected person often writhes in absolute agony as they jerk by a painful and sudden jerk. Watch their life slowly slip away right in front of their very eyes. This horrific disease has claimed the lives of 500 million human beings in the last century alone. It wiped out entire populations and left those who miraculously survived pox-stained and fearful for its eventual cruel return. That is, of course, until a man by the name of Edward Jenner arrived on the scene. His revolutionary approach and astounding bravery resulted in this cruel, disgusting disease being wiped from the face of the earth. Even he alone ensured the entire human species could have a future in which they no longer lived in fear. A future free from pox-stained bodies and premature death. A future to look forward to. What a man. Edward Jenner We owe our very existence to him, for it was he who ensured we could live in peace and not fear what may or may not lie ahead. He cleansed this world of an abhorrent evil. Janelle, you are Edward Jenner. You rid this world of something quite foul. A stench, if you will, which permeated the walls of 3W Place Chippenham. Your arrival and heroic deeds, like turning up today, has ensured that we can now live in both peace and happiness. You, Janelle, are my hero. But in order to truly understand the mountains you've moved and the miracles you've performed, you must first come to know the backstory of one Paul David Erskine. Paul David Erskine was born 2 years and 1 day after me, ruining my 2nd birthday. Such fatal spoiling tactics were but a sign of the things to come and the life he was destined to lead. Known affectionately as Paulie Booze, he was a happy child with brown hair, a feminine face, and minimal cognitive and sporting ability. His short, soft brown hair singled him out from the rest of the family, who all had striking white blonde locks and airy and good looks. For years we told him he was adopted, laughing at his expense as he screamed with tears rolling down his cute little face. As the years progressed, it was us in turn who became quite envious of him, for it turned out the lucky bastard might not be an Erskine's after all. Growing up as a family, we shared many laughs with Paul. There was a time in Joel and he was chased by the local border collie bandit. Now how we laughed from the safety of the high balcony as he ran around in ludicrous circles, screaming in absolute terror as Bandit played and played and played. Well, there was a time he got his first credit card and then days later bought a $2,500 laptop on a McDonald's wage. Hilarious. And who could forget the classic time when he told us he was going to get a Southern Cross tattoo on his arm? Absolute classic. What a sense of humour. But I hate you to think that it was all bad news. There were certainly some monumental achievements, like the time that he... And who would forget? And there was the other time when we were so proud because... Look, to be honest, we had a team of 12 workers pulling double shifts to find something, anything. Unfortunately, all they could find was a mediocre Call of Duty kill-death ratio. Battlefield. As Paul grew older, puberty hit him pretty hard, and in turn he thought it best that he return the favour and hit each and every inanimate object hard, and frequently at that. Paul was awash with hormones, and his life became a sea of fluctuations. Fluctuating moods, fluctuating finances, and fluctuating weight.
Where did you get your brother to talk?
He was angry, very angry, and very often. Paul had a tendency to punch things when he got angry, whether it be walls, doors, floors, air, cutlery, soft toys, laundry, whatever. Except the only two things he didn't punch were cones and people. With cones, it seems Paul felt other members of the family were more than proudly flying the Erskine's flag. Whilst with people, to quote Mum exactly, he's just a pussy. To say you're spiraling downhill would be quite accurate enough, because in truth, when you're already so far down, there's not much further you can go. Unless, of course, you start digging. But then one day it all changed. Through the grapevine, there was news that someone new had arrived on the scene. Miraculously, after a couple of weeks, she was still there. Perplexed, a family meeting was called as we gathered to discuss how this could possibly be. On Mum's request, we scanned through his credit card statements to ensure, as Mum put it, this is not happening again. But no, all clean. Where on the World Vision website does it allow you to sponsor Paul, and who was the rich benefactor supporting him in this endeavour? Moreover, how on earth was it going to last? How can we Ernsteins accept someone with what seemed no flaws, squeaky clean, absolute perfection? I mean, we already made one exception when Jen joined the Queen. Then, one day it happened. Ever so slightly, it happened. To the naked eye of the untrained ear, nothing. Another pointless moment in time. But it happened. Time stood still. Oh, sorry. It happened on a lazy Sunday afternoon at a family luncheon. Casually and still trying to hide his dismay, a suited Peter Ernstein's, when aren't you suited, turned to me ever so slowly, his eyes beaming with what was either amusement, bemusement, or confusement, calmly asked, "Did she just say, ever?" Time stood still. In one single moment, her carefully crafted illusion of perfection came to an earth-shattering halt. But this was just the beginning. Tiny cracks began to show. Her once impenetrable, bright blue, double-breasted, Robert Shabotsky news anchor armour of wholesome purity had been pierced, and the sharpened dagger now worked feverishly to open this tiny breach. The floodgates, it seemed, were just about to open. In the months that followed, we witnessed to many more strange events, from the American sitcom slang dropped into almost every conversation, to the bouts of Tourette's in which she lay with her cute, defenceless pet bird, everything from fucker to faggot. Sorry. Such absolute vile became all too common, with the dutiful workers from Northmead Masters still recovering from her latest foul outburst. Aisle 3, wasn't it? This vile weapon of hers was also directed at a stunned Paul, as we soon began to see she don't take no shit. All of his letters to believe that she just might make it in the family. Finally, when her farcical excuses started rolling in as to how she couldn't make it to many mum's lunches, dinners and barbecues, then we knew she'd be one of us. Janelle, since arriving on the scene, you have transformed Paul from a sweaty, overweight, angry young man to a sweaty, overweight, happy, slightly older man. In all seriousness, I don't think you really understand what a positive effect you've had on him and in turn our family. Paul has never been happier, relaxed and positive. Jen always says that you can tell how happy someone is by how much they eat. Ladies and gentlemen, the happiest man in Springfield. He's now able to do something we've been doing for many years behind his back. Laugh at himself. Instead of bitterness and grumbling, you have carefully crafted someone who is bubbly, likeable and great fun to be around. So much so that only last week he quipped the only thing he would change about being at Ernstein's was his receding hairline. Just like the receding hairline. Paul, you're a fantastic... Paul, you're a fantastic godparent to Lucas and remain one of the few siblings who know we have kids. Even being so bold as to touch and interact with them on occasion. Jen and I love the time we spend with you both and can honestly say we are blessed to have you as our family. The incredible humility you display, letting us destroy you in both Scrabble and Smart Arts on a regular basis, is yet another factor in what makes you both so special. Either that or further evidence of your diminished cognitive ability. Janelle, I can't believe the lengths you will go to get a Christmas ornament on the Christmas tree. Marrying this. But I can't deny my admiration for your drive and determination. You have not only transformed Quasimodo, but you have also brought many laughs and warmth to the family. Your laid-back, honest and friendly demeanour have made these past few years a fantastic time to be had. We look forward to a long, eventful future with you and cannot be prouder to embrace you into the Ernstein's clan. And no, unbeknown to popular belief, a Southern Cross tattoo is, although optional, is not a requirement for joining. We all give a toast to the lovely new member of the Ernstein's family, to Janelle, first time slash into a later date. To Janelle.
Ladies and gentlemen, a round of applause for Mr. Robert. It's fine, I'm really proud.
Knowing there's other people here tonight that have known Paul longer than I have, brothers, people that have grown up with him, makes it a real honour for me to be standing next to both Paul and Janelle today, and it means a lot to me, so thank you for the opportunity. While trying to think for several weeks of what to write in my speech, all I could really think about was what Paul does. He plays games. He worked on his arcade machine. Finished yet?
That's ongoing.
Ongoing. Or he complains about the football. So I don't know what Janelle sees in him, but who knows? I'm sorry. Now, even though Paul and Janelle have been living together for a while, I thought it would be good to give them some marriage advice to keep them happy, as I have been. Stand up, Sarah. The first bit's to Paul, and it goes to pretty much every single male, and I'm pretty sure most of you already do this for those that are married. To avoid an argument, just agree with them, tell them they're right, move on, because when they work it out, it's still better. You should have it cross it. No. But I know how much The second's for Janelle. It's something I've been doing for a long time. All you have to do is remember is, no matter how bad the Canberra Raiders are going, it's always the referee's fault. No matter how bad they play, it's always the referee's fault. If it wasn't for the refs, they might make the top 8.
6 games this year, mate. Tony Archer agreed. 6 games.
What's the rest of them?
6 games would have made top 8.
Just.
Still top 8.
But honestly, they make a wonderful couple. They complement each other well, and I couldn't think of anyone better for Paul than Janelle. So, yeah, thanks. I like that. Can I please ask everyone to raise a glass to Paul and Janelle, long and happy future, and hopefully lots of babies.
Mr. Greg, Joanne, ladies and gentlemen, your best man. Give him a round of applause. That's okay, Paul, you can sit down. Yeah, you can sit down. It's okay. Sorry, Janelle, how long have you been together? How long have you been? 5 years. You've got him trained well. God, I was saying you got him trained well. I said sit, Paul, and you did.
Birds, apart from Robbie. Fantastic, by the way. No? It's called fantastic start. On behalf of my wife and I, Janelle. We'd like to thank everyone in the room for coming. It means the world to have our closest friends and family present here to share this day with us. Especially a big thank you to those who travelled interstate to be here. We really appreciate it. And also to Megan for travelling from all the way from Abu Dhabi just to be here today. Thank you very much. Janelle has told me you two are whatever. We've been great friends ever since, so it really means so much to both of us that you can be here to celebrate with us and deliver a wonderful speech. We'd like to thank everyone at Escol Park for helping us put together such an amazing and a beautiful day. And also Chris the photographer. Next, I'd like to thank Janelle's parents for accepting me into their family. Norm and Denise, you have always made me feel very welcome, and I just hope I can live up to your expectations as a husband to Janelle. I've always had a sneaking suspicion that you have only been so nice to me because you're so desperate to offload Janelle. Sure, that's not true. I also can't let today go by without thanking my mum and dad for bringing me into the world and all the love and support they've shown me over the years. You have made me what I am today, and I know that has to make Janelle happy because she agreed to marry me. So I hope I've made you both proud, and I love you both dearly. From day one, you have accepted Janelle as one of your own and shown her nothing but love and support. That's nowhere near as long as his, so you're all right. half-page crap. It was a lot. Now on to the bridesmaids, Kim and Deb. You both look absolutely beautiful today, and I'm sure everyone would agree. Thank you for all the love and support you've given Janelle over the years, and especially for keeping her calm over the last 24 hours or so, even though Deb was the one freaking out. And making sure she didn't change her mind. Thank you both very much. To the groomsmen, you both showered, shaved, and showed up, so thank you. You're following Dad, so fantastic. Finally, to the star of today, my beautiful wife, Janelle. I must say, and I'm sure everyone here will agree, that you look absolutely stunning. I also want to thank you for all the hard work you put into the preparations today. It's all been worth it, because if you haven't known, I picked the suits and that was essentially it. So this is all of her. Oh, and she was there to help pick the suits, so yeah. These last 4 years have been the happiest of my life. It's 4. No, it's not. No.
There was a while that you kind of just pretending you were together, so maybe that's like... Okay.
Together we've travelled the world, we've built a house, and we are now raising our very own little furry family. We have dogs. I cannot imagine where I'd be without you. Today I honestly feel like the luckiest guy in the world to have married you. You're my player number 2, until you throw over a knee. And more importantly, you are my best friend. I couldn't have met a more caring or thoughtful person with a great sense of humour, which is pretty much essential to put up with me. I can't wait to spend the rest of my life with you. I love you, Janelle. So, ladies and gentlemen, please join me for a toast to my beautiful wife. And now we'll take a brief intermission where Janelle will prepare a rebuttal.
Ladies and gentlemen, a round of applause.